Hello everyone, welcome to today's lecture. So yesterday we learnt about factors affecting the rate of chemical reactions, and we studied about endothermic and exothermic reactions. Today we are going to study about the next two different type of reactions, that is oxidation and reduction. Okay, so we studied about different types of chemical reactions. What were they? Combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, double displacement reaction. Okay, these are the exact types of reactions. Now based on the amount of heat which is evolved or the heat which is absorbed, the reactions are classified into two, endothermic and exothermic. Okay, now based upon some other factors, the reactions are classified into two, oxidation and reduction. We will see what is oxidation and reduction reactions today. It is a very important topic. Okay, so you may listen very carefully. It is comparatively difficult to understand, but if you understand, then it will remain lifelong. Okay, so you understand what is exactly oxidation and reduction. Now oxidation. What is oxidation? The chemical reaction in which a reactant combines with oxygen or loses hydrogen to form a product is called as oxidation. So what is oxidation? In oxidation reaction, oxygen is gained or hydrogen is lost. I repeat, oxygen is gained or hydrogen is lost. What is oxidation reaction? During oxidation reaction, oxygen is gained or hydrogen is lost. You may see in these reactions 2 Mg plus O2 giving 2 MgO. Here the Mg is gaining oxygen, so it is an oxidation reaction. C plus O2 giving CO2. Here carbon is gaining oxygen, so it is an oxidation reaction. MgH2 giving Mg plus H2. Here hydrogen is removed, so it is an oxidation reaction. CH3 single bond CH3. This is said to be a single bond. This you will be studying in chapter 9 actually. But here you may just understand what type of reaction it is. It is removing hydrogen. So it is which type of reaction? It is an oxidation reaction. So what are oxidation reactions? What is meant by oxidation? The chemical reaction in which reactant combines with oxygen or loses hydrogen to form a product is called as oxidation reaction. These are the examples. While you write the definition of oxidation, you have to write this definition and one example of gaining of oxygen and one example of removal of hydrogen. You may learn it that way. Now what are oxidizing agents? Okay, what are oxidizing agents? Oxidizing agents means they are chemicals actually which are doing the work of providing oxygen. Okay, for example, if we need a rented house, okay, otherwise if we are going for taking a passport, then what do? We generally find an agent. Okay, we go for an agent who will do the work. So what is an agent doing? He is doing the work in between. Similarly, here there is an agent. Which agent? Oxidizing agent. So what does it do? It brings about oxidation. Okay, it helps to carry out oxidation. So such chemicals which help to carry out oxidation is called as oxidizing agents. Okay, hope you have understood what is oxidizing agent. I repeat, the chemicals which helps to bring about the oxidation reaction by giving oxygen. स्वतः oxygen provide करतो. Okay, it provides oxygen to these compounds, to the reactants to undergo oxidation. Such type of chemicals are called as oxidizing agents. So the chemical substance which bring about an oxidation reaction by making oxygen available are called oxidants or oxidizing agents. Okay, so what are oxidizing agents? The agents, the chemicals which make available oxygen, okay, which make oxygen available to other reactants. That is called as oxidizing agents, also called as oxidants. Okay, you may note this term oxidants. It is very important. Now here they have given some examples of some oxidants. Before that, we will see this reaction. This is ethyl alcohol. Okay, this is ethyl alcohol gets converted into acetic acid. This is acetic acid. Now in this reaction, it is gaining oxygen. You may see it is gaining oxygen. So it is which type of reaction? It is oxidation reaction. But who provided the oxygen? This person, that is K2Cr2O7, that is potassium dichromate. Okay, potassium dichromate in presence of H2SO4. Who is H2SO4? It is sulfuric acid. HCl, hydrochloric acid. Do you remember? Okay, so H2SO4 is sulfuric acid. So this potassium dichromate in presence of sulfuric acid, it provides ethyl alcohol with oxygen and it gets converted into acetic acid. This is an objective type question. So ethyl alcohol to acetic acid, it is which type of reaction? It is an oxidation reaction. It is a frequently asked question. The conversion of ethyl alcohol to acetic acid is which type of reaction? It is oxidation reaction. I repeat, the conversion of ethyl alcohol to acetic acid is which type of reaction? Oxidation reaction. What is the oxidizing agent? Potassium dichromate in presence of sulfuric acid. Okay. Now, these are some of the oxidizing agents which are given in a box inside the textbook. You are supposed to learn the names of those oxidizing agents. Okay, generally they don't ask the reactions, but they ask the name of oxidizing agents. Now, what are these oxidizing agents and how they act as oxidizing agents, we will see. Before that, we will revise what are oxidizing agents. What are oxidizing agents? Oxidizing agents are substances which make oxygen available. Okay, which gives oxygen. So ozone is O3. It gets converted into O2 and this is oxygen. This oxygen is called as nascent oxygen. It is called as nascent oxygen. Now, what is the importance of nascent oxygen? It is a state prior. Prior means before to the formation of O2 molecule. Just before forming O2 molecule, it is one atom of oxygen that is said to be nascent oxygen. It is a reactive form of oxygen. It goes and react with other elements or other compounds. So in this reaction, ozone is getting converted into oxygen and nascent oxygen. This nascent oxygen is available for oxidation reactions. So when you carry out a reaction, if you add ozone to it, then it will help in oxidation reaction. Okay, and in another reaction, take another reaction, any type of reaction, in that the reaction which is expected is decomposition or any type of reaction, but the reaction needs an oxidizing agent, somebody who will provide with oxygen. We are going to add H2O2. Okay, we are going to add H2O2. When we provide H2O2, that in the solution H2O is formed and nascent oxygen is formed. This nascent oxygen will react with that reactant and carry out the oxidation reaction. So somebody who provides oxygen, it is said to be an oxidizing agent, and these are all oxidizing agents. Who? Ozone, hydrogen peroxide, potassium dichromate and potassium permanganate. I repeat, ozone, hydrogen peroxide, potassium dichromate and potassium permanganate. These are the oxidizing agents and these are the reactions given. So we will come back to the reactions. Potassium dichromate in presence of H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid, it will form potassium sulfate plus chromium sulfate plus H2O and 3 molecules of nascent oxygen. This oxygen is available for somebody else, okay, which will carry out oxidation reaction. So 2KMnO4 plus 2H2S, 3H2SO4 gives K2SO4. plus 2MnSO4 plus 3H2O plus 5 oxygen, nascent oxygen. That nascent oxygen will carry out oxidation reaction. So here also you may see this is potassium dichromate, this is also potassium dichromate. This is the reaction which is taking place. So to this solution, if you add this, then this will get converted into acetic acid. Why? Because these two will react and produce nascent oxygen, and that nascent oxygen is available for ethyl alcohol, and ethyl alcohol will get converted into acetic acid. So this is oxidation reaction. So what are oxidation reactions? The reaction in which oxygen is gained. Okay, the reaction in which oxygen is gained or hydrogen is lost are called as oxidation reactions. I repeat, the chemical reaction in which reactant combines with oxygen or loses hydrogen to form a product is called as oxidation. In your notebook, you may write all these parts. Okay, I will give you in the question answer form later, but you may write all these parts and learn. You may copy. So this is the next topic, that is oxidizing agent. So just now we learned that KMnO4, that is potassium permanganate, is an oxidizing agent. Okay, and here we are going to see one more definition of oxidation. So what was the first definition which we studied? What is oxidation reaction? The reaction in which oxygen is gained or hydrogen is lost. It is called as oxidation reaction. Now when we study, we will come to know one more definition of oxidation. We will see what it is. So here, this is the equation given. 2KMnO4 plus 10FeSO4 plus H2S, 8H2SO4 gives K2SO4 plus 2MnSO4 plus 5Fe2SO4 thrice plus H2O. This is potassium permanganate. This is ferrous sulfate. This is sulfuric acid. This is potassium sulfate. This is manganese sulfate. This is ferric sulfate, and this is water. This is the reaction given. So just now we studied that potassium permanganate is an oxidizing agent. It provides the FeSO4 with oxygen, and it helps the FeSO4 to undergo oxidation. How we will see. Which compound is oxidized by KMnO4 in presence of acid in this reaction? It is 10FeSO4. So FeSO4 is going to get oxidized. We will see here 10FeSO4 is giving 5Fe2SO4 thrice. Okay, 5Fe2SO4 thrice. So here this 10 and this 5 would get cancelled, and you will get it as 2FeSO4 is equal to 1 Fe2SO4 thrice. Okay, even if you don't write that 1, it is okay. When there is no number, that means that it is 1. So ferrous sulfate is getting converted into ferric sulfate. This KMnO4 and H2SO4, they are providing with nascent oxygen. Here they have given the net reaction, complete reaction. They haven't shown separate the how KMnO4 reacts with H2SO4 to provide O, that is nascent oxygen. They haven't given it here. They have given the complete reaction and asked the question. So here 10FeSO4 is getting converted into 5Fe2SO4 thrice. Ferrous sulfate is getting converted into ferric sulfate. Cancelling, you are getting 2FeSO4 giving 1Fe2SO4 thrice. Now FeSO4, when you write FeSO4, FeSO4, in last year, that is in 9th standard, we had studied when you write the molecular valencies, the valency of Fe is 2 here, the valency of SO4 is 2 here. So when you write opposite, it becomes Fe2SO4 twice. So this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled, and it is written as FeSO4. Okay. So what is the valency of Fe? Valency of Fe is 2. What is the valency of SO4? The valency of SO4 is 2. So it becomes Fe2 plus SO4 2 minus. Fe2 plus, this is the valency given. this is a positive ion, this is a negative ion. How this became positive and negative? They are by giving, who gives electrons becomes positive, who takes electron become negative. That you had studied last year. So for here, the ionic reaction, in the ionic reaction, Fe2 plus plus SO4 2 minus. Okay, so the valencies are 2 plus and 2 minus. Here you may see it is Fe2 plus and Fe, here the valency of Fe is 3 plus and SO4 2 minus. Okay, so this is written towards this and this is written towards this. If you are not getting this 3, 2, what are the numbers, you may check the table which you had in chapter 4 last year. There was a table in which they had given you acidic radicals, basic radicals, the valencies they had given. I had told you the number which is written towards the heading, towards the top. At the top they have given a number. That number is its valency. Okay, hope you remember and you have understood what it is. So here FeSO4 is getting is Fe2 plus plus SO4 2 minus, and Fe2SO4 thrice is Fe3 plus plus SO4 2 minus. This SO4 2 minus, SO4 2 minus is getting cancelled because they are on the opposite sides. What is remaining? Fe2 plus. So what is the net ionic reaction? The net ionic reaction is Fe2 plus is getting converted into Fe3 plus. So ferrous is getting converted into ferric. This Fe2 plus is called as ferrous and Fe3 plus is called as ferric. Okay, now what you have to know, when you donate, not you, a metal, when an element gives one electron, it becomes one positive. It becomes one positive. Why positive? That I will explain when we do the exercise. Okay, now you should remember that when an element loses electrons, it becomes positive. When an element gains electrons, it becomes negative. Okay, so giving, the joy of giving, giving is positive, giving is positive, giving is positive, giving is positive. So when you give electrons, the element becomes positive. If the element gives 1, it becomes 1 positive. If the elements give 2, it becomes 2 positive. If the element gives 3, it becomes 3 positive. Okay, if the one what? Electron. Okay, if the element loses 1 electron, it becomes 1 positive. If the element loses 2 electrons, then it becomes 2 positive. If the element loses 3 electrons, then it becomes 3 positive. Okay, if the element gains 1 electron, it will become 1 negative. If the element gains 2 electrons, then it will become 2 negative. If the element gains 3 electrons, it will become 3 negative. Okay, so I will show you. It starts from 0. It starts from 0. 0 is the condition when it has not donated, when it has not gained or shared. It moves towards positive. In our coordinate geometry, from 0 towards the right, it is plus. So for understanding, I have taken it that way. 0 to plus. Plus 0 to plus means it is losing electrons. That is said to be oxidation. So oxidation is losing electrons, and when you take, that means gain. Okay, when you gain electrons, it is reduction. That means towards negative. Okay, so positive means losing electrons, negative means gaining electrons. Losing electrons, that is oxidation. Gaining electrons, that is reduction. Okay, so here what has happened? Fe2 plus has got converted into Fe3 plus. So if it has to get converted from 2 plus to 3 plus, 2 plus has to lose one more electron to become 3 plus. Okay, understood? So what is 1 plus? Lost 1 electron. What is 2 plus? Lost 2 electrons. What is 3 plus? Lost 3 electrons. So if an element has to convert from 2 plus to 3 plus, it has to lose one more electron. Okay, I repeat, if it has to get converted from 2 plus to 3 plus, it has to lose one more electron. 0, 1 plus, 2 plus, 3 plus. If 1 is lost, it becomes 1 plus. If 2 is lost, it becomes 2 plus. If 1 more is lost, then it becomes 3 plus. Okay, so Fe2 plus, it has to lose one electron to get converted into Fe3 plus. That means ferrous ion loses one electron to form ferric ion. Ferrous ion is oxidized to ferric. Why? Because the definition oxidation means losing electrons. So what is oxidation? It is losing electrons. So you have to remember this: oil rig. Oil rig. What is oil rig? Oxidation is losing electrons, reduction is gaining electrons. 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 This is the next definition. So in this reaction, who is getting oxidized? FeSO4 is getting oxidized to Fe2SO4 thrice. Who is getting oxidized? Iron. Okay, ferrous is getting converted into ferric. So iron is getting oxidized. So this is the reaction. If you are having a question, this will be the question. You have to write this much. You don't have to write these things. Okay, this is for you to understand. You have to write whatever I have written in blue letters. Okay, you may copy. So this is the next topic, that is reduction. Just now we finished about oxidation. So we studied two definitions for oxidation. What are they? Oxidation is gaining oxygen or losing hydrogen, or oxidation is losing electrons. Now what is reduction? The chemical reaction in which reactants gain hydrogen or lose oxygen is called as reduction. I repeat, the chemical reaction in which reactants gain hydrogen or lose oxygen is called as reduction. Okay, so in oxidation there is gaining of oxygen, losing of hydrogen. In reduction there is gaining of hydrogen, losing of oxygen. Okay, either or asa hai. So vegetable oil plus hydrogen gives vanaspati ghee. Here vegetable oil is gaining hydrogen, so it is a reduction reaction. Now what do you mean by reducing agent or reductant? The substances that bring about reduction is called as reductant or reducing agent. Okay, so those who brings about reduction is called as reducing agent. And what is oxidizing agent? Those who bring about oxidation is called as oxidizing agent. So the definition is simple. Oxidizing agent brings about oxidation and reducing agent brings about reduction. Now the next type of reaction is redox reactions. Reduction plus oxidation. So a reaction in which reduction and oxidation take place simultaneously, it is called as redox reactions. Redox. Okay, it is redox. Redox reaction, reduction plus oxidation. The reaction in which oxidation and reduction take place simultaneously. Simultaneously means at the same time. Simultaneously are called redox reactions. I repeat, the reaction in which oxidation and reduction take place simultaneously are called as redox reactions. Now example they have given: CuO plus H2 gives Cu plus H2O. Now in this case you may see Cu is getting converted in CuO is getting converted into Cu. Now while showing redox reactions you have to show like this. You have to write the equation. You have to show with a pencil which one is oxidation and which one is reduction. Here this is losing oxygen, so it is reduction. Okay, and this is gaining oxygen, so it is oxidation. So like this you have to show which one is oxidation and which one is reduction. Why this is reduction? Because it has lost oxygen. Why this is oxidation? Because this has gained oxygen. Now oxidant, what is oxidizing agent? Some which provides oxygen. Who is providing oxygen? CuO is providing oxygen. So CuO is the oxidant. Reductant, who is taking away oxygen? H2 is taking away oxygen. So H2 is reductant. Whenever you write the oxidant and reductant, it is always from the left hand side, that is the reactants. Okay, it is not from the product side. So how will you know which one is oxidant and which one is reductant? You have to see the reactant which gives oxygen will be oxidant, and the reactant which gains oxygen will be the reductant. Otherwise, if you are getting confused, you may just remember reduction. Which one is reduction? This is reduction. The arrow from where it starts, that will be the oxidant. Oxidation, the arrow from where it starts, it will be the reductant. Okay, you may remember like this, it might become easier. Okay, so CuO is the oxidant and H2 is the reductant. How I told it like that? Because this is reduction. CuO is getting converted into Cu. The part from where, the reactant from where reduction starts. Reduction जितून start होता है, that will be oxidant. Oxidation जितून start होता है, that will be reductant. Okay, that way you may remember. That will be easier. And actually, what is oxidant? The one who provides oxygen is oxidant, and the one who takes oxygen is reductant. That also you may remember. Okay, if you are having a question on explain redox reaction, it is a very frequently asked question, even a board question. In board they ask, it is a 3-mark question, explain redox reaction with example. You have to write the definition, you have to write the example, show which one is reduction, which one is oxidation. You have to write why it is reduction and why it is oxidation, and you have to write which one is oxidant and which one is reductant. So this much you will have to write. Okay, if you are having a question on explain redox reaction with example. Okay, you may copy. So this is the next part on page number 43 about redox reactions. Okay, use your brain power, page 43. They have given you 2 equations. You have to write which one is oxidation, which one is reduction, and you have to write which one is oxidant and which one is reductant. Okay, so in this reaction, the first reaction is 2H2S plus SO2 gives 3S plus 2H2O. Here you may see SO2 is getting converted into S and H2S is getting converted into H2O. Okay, so here there is losing of oxygen. So it is which type of reaction? It is reduction reaction. Here H2S is gaining oxygen, so it is oxidation reaction. Okay, did you understand what I did? Here H2S is losing, H2S is gaining oxygen, so it is oxidation. SO2 is losing oxygen, so it is reduction. Now oxidant, the arrow starts from reduction. Okay, reduction, so this will be the oxidant. So the oxidant is SO2 and the reductant is H2S. Okay, why oxidant is SO2? Because it is providing oxygen. Why H2S is reductant? Because it is taking oxygen. Okay, the one who provides, gives oxygen is oxidant, and one who takes oxygen is reductant. So how will you remember? The arrow from where it starts, from where reduction starts, that will be oxidant, and from where oxidation starts, that will be the reductant. Okay, so if you are having a question, you have to show like this. This is a 2-mark question. Okay, now the next one is MnO2 plus 4HCl gives MnCl2 plus 2H2O plus Cl2. Now here MnO2 is getting converted into MnCl2. It is losing oxygen, so it is reduction. So it is reduction. HCl is getting converted into H2O. HCl is getting converted into H2O. So it is oxidation. Okay, so it is oxidation. From where reduction starts, that is the oxidant. From where oxidation starts, that is the reductant. Okay, now the reductant and oxidants are always on the left hand side ones. They are the reactants, never the products. So oxidant, why MnO2 is oxidant? Because it is providing, it is giving oxygen. And why this is reductant? Because it is gaining oxygen. Okay, so this is how you can write. I repeat, from where the reduction starts, that will be oxidant, and from the oxidation starts, that will be the reductant. If you are getting confused, you may remember like that. Okay, I repeat, from where the reduction starts, that will be oxidant. From where the oxidation starts, that will be reductant. But you should be knowing what is oxidation and what is reduction. For that, what is oxidation? When oxygen is gained, that is oxidation, and when oxygen is given, that is reduction. Oxygen is lost, that is reduction. Now you will be getting equations from the textbook only, either the other equation which I showed you just now of copper oxide, or these two equations, or there are some equations in the exercise. Those questions only you will be getting. So you may practice those questions only. Okay, don't worry. Now the next question is, if oxidation means losing electrons, what is meant by reduction? Reduction is gaining electrons. I told you oil rig, oil rig, oil rig, oil rig. Oxidation is losing electrons, reduction is gaining electrons. Now the next. Write the reaction of formation of Fe2 plus by reduction of Fe3 plus by making use of the symbol electron. Okay, so I had told you earlier, if an element loses electrons, it becomes positive. If an element gains electrons, it becomes negative. Why it is so, that we will discuss while doing the exercise. But for now you may remember, while an element loses electrons, it will become positive. While an element gains electrons, it will become negative ion. Okay. Now here Fe3 plus means it has lost 3 electrons. 1 plus means lost 1 electron. 2 plus means lost 2 electrons. 3 plus means lost 3 electrons. Okay. I repeat, 1 plus means lost 1 electron. 2 plus means lost 2 electrons. 3 plus means lost 3 electrons. Okay. 1 minus means gain 1 electron. 2 minus means gain 2 electrons. 3 minus means gained 3 electrons. Okay. So here, if it has to get converted from 3 plus to 2 plus, 3 plus means 3 electron कमी, 2 plus means 2 electron कमी. I repeat, Fe3 plus means 3 electrons कमी, Fe2 plus means 2 electrons कमी, Fe3 plus means 3 electrons less, and Fe2 plus means 2 electrons less. So if it has to get converted from 3 electrons less to 2 electrons less, it has to gain 1 electron. Okay, 3 कमी पासून 2 कमीवर जायचं असेल, then it has to gain 1 electron. 1 electron घ्यावा लागेल. Okay, so the equation is Fe3 plus 1 electron gives Fe2 plus. All these 3 questions are asked questions. They are very frequently asked from this chapter. Okay, so you may copy that. Okay, copy this part. Now in the textbook there are some parts like do you know? On page number 42, I had missed that part, use your brain power. Which is the oxidant used for purification of drinking water? It is KMnO4. It is potassium permanganate. Okay, which is the oxidant used for purification of drinking water? It is KMnO4, potassium permanganate. Why is potassium permanganate used for cleaning water tanks? There are 3 points, right? First, it is a strong oxidizing agent. First, it is a strong oxidizing agent. First, it is a strong oxidizing agent. Second, it oxidizes organic matter present in water. Second, it oxidizes organic matter present in water. It oxidizes organic matter present in water. Third point, it removes inorganic ions and H2S present in water by oxidation. I repeat, it removes inorganic ions and H2S present in water by oxidation. I repeat, it removes inorganic ions and H2S present in water by oxidation. Okay, these are the 3 important points. You will get the answer in notes also. Hence, potassium permanganate is used during cleaning water tanks. Okay, this is an important question. It was asked last year. Now, the next is on page number 43. Think about it. The luster of a surface of the aluminium utensils in the house is lost after a few days. Luster means shine. Shine of aluminium utensils are lost. Sorry. Now what happens? Aluminium, when it is exposed, when it is heated, then what happens? It reacts with oxygen to form aluminium oxide, and a layer of aluminium oxide is formed on the utensil. That is why it loses luster. Now the answer is, this happens due to oxidation reaction. Second point, aluminium utensils which are used for long time lose their luster due to formation of thin layer of aluminium oxide on their surface. I repeat the answer. First point, this happens due to oxidation reaction. Second point, aluminium utensils which are used for long time lose their luster due to formation of thin layer of aluminium oxide on their surface. Okay, now there is a do you know part box on the right hand side. A redox reaction takes place during cellular respiration. Here, the molecule of enzyme called cytochrome C oxidase helps the transport of electron to bring about this reaction. Okay, so the enzyme cytochrome C oxidase helps in cellular respiration. It is an objective question. Now, there is a box on the left hand side, green box on the left hand side. Now, in that case, you may see Fe is getting converted into FeO. FeO is getting converted into Fe2O3. Now, in this case, the valency of Fe here is 0. In this case, the valency of Fe is also 2. The valency of oxygen is also 2. So, this becomes Fe2 plus and O2 minus. Okay. In this case, they have written the valencies opposite. The valencies are always written opposite. So, this becomes Fe3 plus and O2 minus. Minus plus you should be familiar now. This you had studied last year in chapter 4. If you are having any doubt, you may refer to chapter 4. There was a box there. In that they had given positive ions, negative ions, 1 plus, 2 plus, 3 plus, 1 minus, 2 minus. They had given all the examples. I had told you to learn that last year. Okay. Now, if you haven't learned, just learn this much for this year. So, Fe is 0. Fe2 plus here. Fe3 plus here. So, from 0, okay, if this is 0, when you go towards plus, you are losing electrons, and that is oxidation. When you are going towards minus, it is gaining electrons, and that is reduction. This you have to remember. Write anywhere in the textbook. From 0 towards the right, plus. As the plus increases, it loses electrons and oxidation take place. As the minus increases, reduction take place. That is what has been given in that box. When the positive charge increases or negative charge decreases, it is oxidation. When the negative charge increases or positive charge decreases, then it is reduction. You may remember it only one way. Increase in positive charge, 0 to plus is oxidation, 0 to minus is reduction. Plus means losing electrons, minus means gaining electrons. Here 0 to 2 plus, so it has lost 2 electrons, so it is oxidation. 2 plus to 3 plus, it has lost 1 more electron, so it is oxidation. 3 plus to 2 plus, below 3 plus to 2 plus, it is reduction. If it has to get converted from 3 gale to 2 gale, you have to gain 1 gale. Okay, 3 gale to 2 gale. If you have to get converted from 3 gale to 2 gale, you have to 1 gale. Okay, so if you have to get converted from 3 plus to 2 plus, the element has to gain 1 electron. So if it is Fe3 plus to Fe2 plus, it is gaining electron, so it is reduction. Fe2 plus to 0, it is again gaining 2 electron, so it is a reduction. This is how it has been explained. No any questions are asked from this part, but it is important for you to understand this. That means 0 to plus, plus is losing electrons. Losing electrons is oxidation, gaining electron is reduction. Okay, now hope you have understood oxidation reduction. It is a very, very important topic. Homework: define oxidation, reduction, oxidant, reductant. Explain redox reaction. For that, whatever I had written on the board, you may write that. With example, you have to write. Use your brain power. These questions, it is a very important part of the chapter. Okay, you may learn this part. Okay, so oxidation reduction we have finished. Tomorrow we will be dealing with corrosion, the last part of the chapter. You may read this, write this and learn it very, very thoroughly. Thank you.